Radio.
Ladies, gentlemen, non-binary, this is Fade In with Michael Keneal. I am your host, Michael Keneal. We welcome you on this special day in the future, because we're recording on a Friday. I cannot report the news. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to talk about more important things, all right? But first, so we don't have any audible jump scares, my co-producer and good friend, Christian Canete, say hi.
Hello, everybody.
And of course, our special guest, the one and only, from Zeta himself, Antonio.
Hello. Was that Cliff Burton?
That was me on an isolated Cliff Burton track that inspired that.
Whoa.
I'm just ripping everyone off.
You played that as you?
That's me, yeah.
You're being Cliff Burton? I like it.
Yeah.
Dude, he's the only person to recognize that. Nice.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good that you recognize it. Or maybe I'm just around people that don't like listen to that. You know what I mean? I hang out like a lot of doing comedy. I hang out with a lot of Gen Z people. They have no idea what a Cliff Burton is. You know what I mean? They're like, is that a bar? Do you eat that? I'm like, no.
I read his book in like 8th grade.
Really? How is it?
It's tragic. He dies
Yeah.
being splattered by a bus. It's really bad.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
All there's left with his bell bottoms.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm really excited to have you here, Antonio. This is really fucking cool. You play bass for Zeta, but I know that's not the only thing you do music-wise. What else do you do?
I've been playing in Miami for better part of like a decade under a project called Pavlov's Bell. That was my first band. Still a thing. I also play in another band called Co-Defendants. So I keep busy.
Which one's your favorite now?
Probably my band.
Oh, okay, there you go.
But I don't get to do as much cool shit as the other ones. They're busier.
Okay. Cool, man. Bass playing and stuff like that. So, like, what was the first either artist, band, or genre of music that made you go, I'm gonna pick up an instrument and do this shit myself now?
I think that there's two phases of that. I feel like the band that like gave me that like third eye fucking explosion of like, holy shit, music is cool. This is fucking crazy because like I don't know. I feel like there's a before and after of when you have that fucking awakening. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, holy shit. Like, it's like you gain sentience. And that would be System of a Down.
Nice.
That was also my first show.
Really?
Yeah. And the band that made me want to play bass is Rush.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Damn,
and also
Rush.
Metallica. So Cliff Burton
Yeah.
included as fuck because, yeah.
Yeah. Cliff Burton in Metallica is extremely inspirational, right? Like, I remember in high school, I think the first band that made me want to pick up a guitar was probably Metallica or Metallica adjacent.
Yeah.
And I think, I had a lot of friends that were like into that. And everyone who played bass in my high school was like, I'm going to put some distortion on my bass.
Yeah,
Like,
they were just closeted guitar players.
Yeah.
But he did it so uniquely. That's the thing. It's like you can try to imitate it. It probably won't work as well because it was just like such a fucking cool mixture of those people and how he put it in that music. Like it's very, very unique.
yeah, I think the story when they first discovered him was like, I don't know if it was Lars and James or maybe Ron McGovney, I believe was their first.
The OG
Yes.
bass player, yeah.
Yeah, where they were like at a bar and they heard someone shredding and they're like, who is this? And they look over and they see it's a fucking bass player with bell bottoms and
Yeah.
shit in like the 80s. And they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
My favorite story is his dad telling one time how he's like, oh, he would wake up and be like, man, my neck's really killing me, Dan. He goes, yeah, you're like headbanging out there for like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
He's like, why wouldn't you think? He's like, yeah, you didn't think anything about it.
Whiplash.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one, Ron McGovney at that moment at the bar knew that we're done.
It was done.
We're done.
Yeah.
You're out of here. I saw a documentary that actually I never knew what he looked like. And I was like, oh, there he is. He's still.
He looks like his name sounds. He's like a fucking like stout white dude. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, I was really into music growing up as well. I assume like did your parents kind of turn you on to like anything before kind of rock or metal or punk or anything like that?
I have a really early memory of listening to Pink Floyd's Another Brick in the Wall Part 2. And this is what my parents say is that I got in trouble because I was like singing it to the teachers. Like, yo, leave the kids alone. I was there just like in pre-K, fucking, you know.
I respect that.
Fucking repping Roger Waters is fucking anti-establishment. Fucking. But yeah, like that shit and Rush. Yeah, that was like an early band too, because like Rush was huge in Brazil. Like, still probably is.
Right. That's. I mean, yeah. Rush is. I mean, a classic band. I went to a Rush concert one time. It was the only time I've ever been to a concert where no one stood up. Everyone was sitting down.
Very respectfully.
We're all tired and yeah. They had the album Clockwork Angels.
I was there. Was that in Tampa?
That was I think that was the BB&T Center.
Okay, I didn't catch it when it came here. The first show that was in Florida was in Tampa.
Oh, okay.
I went to that shit. That was fucking dope. They had the orchestra and stuff.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was a dope.
They really do perform very well. They're all like excellent musicians.
Oh, it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's the thing people are like,
dude.
oh, they're just like, yeah. They're like, oh, it's like Ray. It's like not that just are popular. They're each like individually incredible musicians, and they made a band.
I would always be, I forget his name, Alex, the guitarist.
Lifeson, yeah.
Alex Lifeson. He would have these fills that would just last like 20 seconds long. I'm like, when is it gonna end?
Yeah.
Is this a new riff?
He's very underrated as a guitar player. Like everyone talks about, obviously Neil Peart,
Yeah.
you know, like and Geddy Lee. It's like fucking incredible, like multi instrumentalist, fucking Giga Chad.
Right.
But fucking Alex Lifeson is unsung in that band. I feel like those leads are like fucking awesome.
They're nuts. I think God, what was the oh my God, I'm such a burnout. I forget the name of the album. Something to the Kings or what?
Farewell to Kings.
Farewell to Kings. Was that that was the name of the album, right? Yeah, with YYZ and all that stuff. That album is so fucking good.
Moving Pictures is with YYZ and Limelight and all that shit.
Okay.
That one has fucking Closer to the Heart, has I think Xanadu also.
Xanadu is in the Kings one.
There's like a period of Rush that you listen to, and then everything else is just kind of Moving Pictures on. That's a little controversial, but
yeah,
it's kind of
yeah. Xanadu is on Farewell to Kings.
All right, yeah, Xanadu's
Closer to Heart also on.
Okay, yeah, that's what he was saying.
This is all I know, dude. Like, you can ask me about like structural engineering, and I won't fucking be able to tell you anything, dude. But
he was like, "You want to know the time that Neil Peart is playing? 3 minutes 30 seconds into the song."
There's an epic video of them recording Xanadu. They like recorded part of it like outside in this like beautiful like fucking open space, and the birds and shit that you hear in that song are like
actual
ambient recordings.
Really?
Dude, it's fucking dope. Like Alex Lifeson like recording the classical guitar on that and shit. Fucking dope.
They have such a huge sound for a 3-piece band. Like it's absolutely insane.
That's what surprises me. You hear them, you would think like, oh, it's like 5-6 deep. They got like a keyboard player. They probably have 3 guitar players.
No, Geddy Lee's using his feet. That's what's happening.
I know, it's insane. You're like, oh,
fucking incredible, yeah. And singing and playing bass. It's so fucking. Yeah.
That's your parents definitely had interesting taste in music. If it was like Pink Floyd and Rush.
Yeah, my dad put me on for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
And like I feel like the heavier shit I kind of stumbled into on my own, like MTV and shit. And like I distinctly remember hearing System of a Down on MTV in Brazil, and that was like, holy fucking shit, what is this? And that I feel like I liked music fine, and I would listen, maybe not actively seek it out, but that was like the fucking moment where it was like, holy shit. And then when I was already there, I'm like, I think I want to fucking play bass, because if I fuck up, no one will hear me, which is super not true.
I felt that way when I played bass for my brother, and yeah, it's like not true. My friend was like, "You messed up on this." I'm like, "How?"
The problem is like when you fuck up on the bass, like it's like a vibrational thing. You like it's like like you fucking break everything.
It's like a subconscious thing is like happened, and like everything feels off.
Because at its best, it should be like not invisible, but subconscious. Like it's a fucking pulse, you know? So like when you fuck that shit up, it's like you kill the fucking vibe.
You notice it when it's not on point. Yeah.
It's true. It's part of that reptilian brain.
True.
So you said you're from Brazil, right?
My family's Brazilian. I was born here in Miami, though, but I grew up going there a lot.
Okay. Yeah. And then you got into heavier music. I'm going to ask the most obnoxious question.
Okay.
Do you like Sepultura?
I knew it. I do. I was waiting. I was going to ask too.
That's racist, bro.
Is Max Cavalera like?
Is my uncle? Yeah. That's actually a bit. That's a bit that I have in Zeta. Is like fucking Juanchi will tell people is like, bro, like if Sepultura comes up, he's like, bro, that's Tony's uncle. Bro. Like, for real. And it's like some people really buy it.
He's got the Bloody Roots album cover tattooed on his back.
In Miami, everyone says Pitbull's their cousin.
Sure.
And shit like that. You know?
Exactly. It's an extension of that, you could say.
So,
I mean, I'll say this about Sepultura. Yes, I do fuck with Sepultura. Chaos AD is fucking, you know, it's up there with the best of all that shit, you know? And in terms of being a band from South America, they fucking reached a peak that is very... especially more of a barrier for bands from down there, especially with that rough fucking English that Max, Max fucking rips, but it works. It's like, war for territory.
It's
Like,
perfect
fucking,
for the
it's
music.
great. It's very
perfect.
like caveman-y.
Yeah.
You know, it's fucking great. But
I follow him on Instagram, and I love when he does the videos and his intro is like, "Hello, friends, I'm Max Cavalera here," and he just fucking
horns
he
up,
does the
all-
horns, every time.
yeah.
Chaos AD is probably my favorite album by them, and the one before was it Arise, right? That's my shit. Cool, man. And as far as newer Brazilian bands, do you listen to Crypto? Have heard of Crypto?
No. Oh, is that the one with the? There's like a female guitar player and vocalist.
they're all
That's
women,
like-
they're all
okay,
women.
yeah.
Definitely.
I've seen clips of them. They fucking rip. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Death.
Yeah.
Right, and they clearly like spawn from that, and I just like fucking love them to death. They're fucking awesome.
I mean, fucking shout out Florida, dude. You know, like
Yeah.
we fucking kind of low key invented death metal a
Yeah.
little bit. Like we did steal it from the Swedes, but like we kind of made it better. You know, fucking
Yeah.
Florida, bro.
Between Death,
yeah.
Deicide, and
Cannibal Corpse.
Cannibal- yeah,
Fucking-
that's right.
Yeah.
they were fucking great. I was a huge Death fan for a long time, to the point where like now when I hear Death, like in the car or whatever, I'll just like the Pavlonian thing happens where I'm like, I need a beer right now.
Anybody got Budweiser?
I wish the floor was sticky.
Yeah.
Why is nobody trying to punch me right now?
And like you get a faint whiff of armpit, you know what I mean?
Oh, nice.
Just like a nice faint one.
That's good shit.
Okay, that's fucking dope, man. I grew up listening to like Barry Manilow and like Guns and Aerosmith, and so it was pretty dope. I had to find fucking. My parents weren't like into kind of like complex music like Rush or Pink Floyd. They'd be like, I don't know what part of the song I'm in. You know, why are the tracks 8 minutes long?
Yeah.
You know, like that kind of shit. But
Other side of the coin, though, my mom fucking loves Shakira.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I fucking
Oh, yeah.
bro, Shakira rips.
yeah,
So-
Shakira's fucking. I like Shakira when she was a brunette. Like her
Sure.
music back then, like had a lot of fucking hurt and
Yeah,
pain
sure.
in it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
was more evil.
Before the tax evasion, she was like really on some shit.
yeah.
Before she made all that money to try evade taxes.
True, yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Also weird of that time is like all the bands that did the crossover that were like South American artists, they always would do their songs twice, you know, like one in Spanish,
English
the
and-
original, and
yeah.
one in English. That's like that doesn't really happen anymore, I feel. Like not that I know of.
No.
You don't see Bad Bunny fucking
No.
doing that.
Bad Bunny's-
That would be insane if he did, I think.
He's playing the Super Bowl all Spanish, you know,
Yeah,
like that's
right.
kind of that's what people are complaining about. But all right, man, that's dope, dude. So as far as like your casual listening, as far as like what you're a fan of, kind of now, would you consider yourself like not exclusively, because even I like I like everything. I'm not gonna say it just in case I offend my guests here, but I like everything but one genre, and fucking I'm gonna say it. I like everything but like
I love pop country.
no, oh, you know what? I don't like pop country either. But like ska, I just can't do. I'm so sorry, Chris. I'm so sorry.
Well, yeah, I don't like it. This is like
I'm so sorry. That's
like
just
I'm
the only.
skanking
That's the only
over
thing
here or
I just
something.
can't. I'm sorry. I respect that everyone likes it, and that I don't understand it. But that's fine. I'm not like complaining.
Listen, Jimmy's
Sky is-
Chicken Shack earned your respect, all right?
It's the musical equivalent of when a 12-year-old gets a mozzarella stick.
That's what it feels like.
Fuck
Damn,
yeah.
that's the best.
You know, like
That's
yeah,
the
hell yeah.
best description I've
It's a
ever
good
fucking
vibe.
heard of that.
It's a
That's
good
so
vibe. I mean, it's not like something I actively listen to, but like when it's mixed with more dubby shit like Op Ivy and stuff, like you could argue that that's kind of ska-ish, but that shit all comes from like dub, kind of.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just like they punkified it and made it fast.
Right. Yeah, I always feel kind of bad saying that because every time I see people at a ska show or see a clip, everyone seems so genuinely happy, and I'm like,
It's
I'm
a really
an
good
asshole.
vibe. I fucking played with Less Than Jake, and they're like,
really?
In Vegas, and like they had like inflatables and like confetti, and I like,
Yeah.
it's like all these people are having like a really good time. Like maybe it's not some shit that I'm gonna be like actively listening to, but it's a good vibe. I could see that.
Yeah, I don't want to piss on anyone's party. You know,
No, you're ruining
yeah.
everything.
Yeah, that's
All the ska fans are gonna be livid.
I can respect that because I remember my brother and me growing up, like we weren't like Creed fans or anything, right?
Yeah.
And he ended up going to some show, some Zeta, you remember Zeta 94.9?
Oh, the radio station.
Yeah, they were throwing like some festival thing, and I think Creed was like the headliner.
Yeah.
And my brother was going for another band. He's like, oh, and I remember him coming back and being like, bro, Creed put on a great show. I was like, what? He goes, listen, man. He's like, I'm not going to tell you I'm going to go buy their album. I'm a fan now. He was like, but they played very good live. He's like, and I have to respect that. I was like, all right, I'll give you that.
He just told me, "Hold me now."
He was like, take me higher, please, Chris.
It's hard to. That's part of the culture of people that are just really into music. I see it a lot in metal. Like in high school, There was a lot of like metalheads that were like, we fucking only listen to metal. Everything sucks.
That
You know,
gatekeeping.
that gatekeeping culture, which thankfully, you know, you grow out of, at least most people do. And
Most people, except for the punks, bro. Jesus Christ,
no.
Almighty, they're so stubborn with
Yeah,
it.
they don't give a fuck.
They really won't listen. And then they'll tell you like some new terrible band is like, you know, the Sleep Token's all right. You know, like, what the fuck? That's what you fucking you ignored all this good music and you just died on that hill just to be like, oh yeah.
I've never been not to just attack.
My bad. Fucking, they caught us stray right now. Fuck that band a little bit.
Yeah.
You're like, they're cool. They're nice people.
Look, people can do whatever the fuck they want, right? We live in an age where it's very important to emphasize people do whatever the fuck they want. But I've never felt so confident calling Sleep Token a fucking plant, like in my entire life.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. They're like Maroon 5 with fucking 8-string guitars. Like, it's fine.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just pop music with grit.
Right.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
a metal zone.
It's straight,
The guy's using a metal zone.
straight up.
That's how you know it's metal.
Chant pop, I guess.
Oh yeah, dude, that was such a thing. Like what, 10 years ago?
Sure.
Right? Yeah, where it was like just huge, and like I didn't like hate it, but like I didn't, and then I hated it like 3 months in. I'm like, I like to hear. I don't know. I just want to hear something else. And then I talk all this shit, but then I'm just gonna go back to listen to like an old Megadeth album for the 67th time this year.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, I'm also full of shit myself.
Listen, I listen to Heart Work, by Carcass at least a couple times a year. This has to come in there.
Look, he who is without cringe cast the first stone. We can all listen to our terrible music on our own time.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, I feel like there's some people, like, mostly, I think by your 30s, you kind of, they say that there's some shit where you kind of, like, part of your brain just, like, stops liking new shit. I don't really believe that.
Nah, I don't believe that.
You just got to make a bit of an effort and maybe, like, go out of your way. I play hella shows, so I'm always playing with bands, and I always see some shit. Like, there's always some up-and-coming band doing some fucking cool shit. Like, yesterday I went to the Fall of Troy show, and the opener is not an up-and-coming band. They've been doing this a long time, but this band called Kayonashi. And they fucking, oh my God, they chewed the scenery of the room. Like, it was so incredible to watch. And, like, I wouldn't say, they're not unknown in, like, my scene that I participate in, but that's a band that's, like, doing something completely different, you know? And, like, it's all out there. You just got to kind of fucking look for it a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
And it can be overwhelming because the medium of consuming music now is so much of the streaming thing where, you know, it's fucking literally infinite, and there's AI shit on top of that. So, like, you might discover some shit that's not even a person, and then you just feel like an idiot. You know?
That shit's so
But
wild right now.
as long as it's good. I mean,
Right.
generally it's not a robot, you know? It's usually some people from, like, Philly or something. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I was curious, how do you feel about the local Miami scene right now in music?
I fucking couldn't comment on that with any sort of authority because it's been a long time since I've actually played in Miami. I feel not super long, but when I started playing here, there was like a weird like vacuum in the scene. I feel like a lot of the bands had moved away and there wasn't a lot of bands actively playing. There was cool DIY spaces like I mentioned to you earlier, like I played the old space for Jolt Radio, which was right next door to where this is. There was a record store there, and they would put on shows, and it was just in the fucking room.
Right.
You know, like, it wasn't like a venue by any means. They would just bring a PA. It's like, all right, have fun, kids.
Hell
you know?
yeah.
But it would be like, it was a DIY thing, and people would come out, and it was fucking, you know, I feel like there was more of that. Obviously, now there's been kind of a resurgence because, like, post-pandemic, a lot of bands formed, a lot of the younger bands. I see it's happening. My beef with Miami is that it's a huge city, but it's incredibly isolated. So there's not a lot of culture for bands to like tour out of here. I see an effort to do so, but it's not ingrained in the culture as it is in other places that I've seen. And I'm not saying this is an authority on the matter.
Right,
it's
right.
just my kind of take on it.
I
you
see
know?
that in comedy. The
Yeah.
exact same thing in comedy. It's just like kind of like a little bubble and
Insular.
yeah.
It's like you kind of,
Yeah.
it's like,
There you go.
you know.
yeah, I feel like that's just a fucking thing with Miami in general, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. As far as newer music, and to your point before about like looking for new music, I kind of in my group, like when I kind of first discovered, and for me it's heavy metal. For me, heavy metal was the key to the rest of music itself because I was just listening to what was like kind of whatever you didn't really have I didn't have the imagination to go look for music. Once I discovered heavy metal, and there was a lot of music from like the 80s and even like in the 90s, because at that time we're talking like this is in high school. I'm like 2004, right? It put this bug in me where I'm like, I want to like go look for new shit. And once you kind of outgrow that gatekeeping bullshit metalheads like mentality, that old man mentality, right? I love finding new music. And I have a personal policy with anyone I ever meet that if someone wants to recommend me an album, and that's how I am. I'm an album man, right?
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
like, give me an album,
The lost art.
Yeah. And I will literally go look. I was talking to a comedian it was like yesterday, right? And she sent me a playlist that she told me it took her an hour and a half to put this. She carefully crafted this playlist. I'm like, send it to me. I want to hear it. Yeah. Like, you put that much effort into something, I want to hear it. You know what I mean? And yeah, I love that. And I feel like that's something that you really got to like push and try to inspire other people to look for, because I love weird shit. I love weird stuff.
It's all out there, dude. And there's like, it's kind of a golden age of making music just because of terms of accessibility. Like, you think about the fucking great records of like the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. Like, this is all before the advent of like Pro Tools and like small compact interfaces. Like, when you wanted to make a record, it was an expensive ordeal, not because of like, oh, this producer is really expensive, which is true also. Yeah. But there was actually like a fucking technical feat. Like, you had to pay for tape. Yeah. You had to pay for the space, which were often like pretty like reserved places that were expensive to rent out, because you needed to have experienced people to operate all this fucking gear, so like there's that fucking curve that we crossed over, and like there's literally more music than anyone could ever possibly hope to consume. So I feel like, in a way, like, and it's also how music is being presented to the masses is also different, because it's hyper individualized. Like, you're out there like listening to exactly what you curate, as opposed to it being necessarily like fed to you over the radio or MTV or any of this shit. That's so true. Like, there was a huge hump, but it's kind of I think it's like a double-edged sword, because there's more of it than ever, which means there's more amazing music than ever. Right. But it's also, how do you find it? And also, how do those artists break through that fucking bubble of noise? Because it's just noise. Like, fucking your favorite band can put out a record, and if you're not paying attention, like, you're not gonna fucking know about it.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. So like, this is like a smaller version or a more narrow kind of version of what you're talking about. I remember one of my favorite bands of all time. Like, I put them in my top 3, and I don't really want to like order it, because who cares? Sabbath always wins, but whatever. You know what I mean? Like, they just kind of hold that because they're old and they're the original, right? Yeah. But for me, a band that I'm absolutely obsessed with and always have been is Acid Bath, right? Okay. Yeah. They got 2 albums. That's fucking it. Yeah. And now they didn't have their music on streaming services, I believe, until January of 2021. Yeah. Right? So, and even though I managed to grab a copy of a CD back in the day, now I see to the point where they're back, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And they're touring.
They just toured with High on Fire, yeah. Or High on Fire opened for them or something. I don't even know.
Right,
like
yeah.
Support.
And like, that's a perfect example of a band that made those albums in like the mid to late 90s, and now they have this huge like awareness, like everyone knows. Pentagram's another one, because he fucking went viral doing the meme or whatever.
Which is a thing he's done forever. Yeah. Like, that's his fucking thing. And everyone's like, oh my God, this is amazing. It's like,
he's been doing it forever.
They fucking, like, that's a fucking band from the 70s, like, tuning down at, like, double drop E or whatever. Like, fucking evil. Like, fucking, like, criminally evil. Like,
yeah, they're so old, their name is Pentagram. No one had that name before them. You know what I mean? Like, they're not Pentagram Rising or some shit like that. Like, it's no.
Like, you know how hard it'd be to copyright that now?
Right, sure. Yeah. They didn't have to add the numbers.
Like 6 jewelry brands that are fucking cool.
But all right, let's get into as much as I can fucking talk about this shit all day. Let's get into
God bless. We were very much looking forward to like being able
fucking
to
pivot.
Music.
Wait.
You thought this shit was about music?
I'm gonna try to do the worst segue ever. We were talking about Sepultura and the band, or the album Arise, and in the cover of that album, there's an image that kind of looks like our first movie choice. Where the fuck is it? John Carpenter's The Thing. And Tony, you picked John Carpenter's The Thing. Also very, very metal choices, number one. Straight off the bat. I wanted to just ask, as I bring Miami artists on here and I ask them, like, pick out movies, pick out things that have inspired you so we can kind of talk about it. Even especially when you're not a filmmaker and you're a musician or a comedian or whatever, talk about another medium that has inspired you. Why The Thing? Why do you choose The Thing?
The Thing, first off, has a function for me. I love that movie. It's a comfort movie. So I'll put that. I know, that's fucked up. But I'll put that shit on without audio while I'm recording. So I just have some shit to glance up to when I'm like, I'll put it on a different screen
Dude, that
than the
sounds
computer.
sick though. I love
It's
it.
kind of cool. Like,
I love it.
It's just a beautiful movie to look at. I mean, it's fucking violent as hell,
Yeah.
No,
but like
visually,
the fucking deep like blues
The
and
colors
the
are
snow,
beautiful, yeah.
like it's such a like. I like to do that sometimes. I'll put on something else because just ADHD as fuck, you know. And maybe sometimes you take a glance over and it kind of like subconsciously affects you or something. And that's for me is one of those things. That's not to say, like, I feel like I chose that a lot because of the music of the thing. And I just rewatched it a couple days ago, and I kind of like pretty much focused on the music, which is something I hadn't done watching it before. And famously, you know, John Carpenter makes.
all his music.
Yeah, well, that one in particular has
this one-
Ennio Morricone as well,
Right.
which is fucking epic. But you can definitely tell who did what, because, like, if you've seen other John Carpenter movies, you know that motherfucker loves the synthesizer. That motherfucker loves the synthesizer. So, The
He loves
Thing
that, dude.
has, like, 3 songs in it. If you listen to the whole movie, there's not a lot of different music. Like, he's like, and right after that, we watched They Live. And it's the same thing in They Live, where there's really just like a central motif that's like the heartbeat of the fucking movie.
Yeah.
And how he rearranges that and how he uses it contextually, it's so fucking brilliant. Like, and it never gets old. You're never like, oh, I'm fucking like, really? They're gonna use this song again? Like, it's not. It's like it's something that's alive with the movie and morphs with it, kind of like The Fucking Thing.
Yeah.
You know, which is cool. Like,
Yeah.
it's like. It's the same entity of music that kind of like molds itself as it goes and changes and kind of always imitates that motif. So
Yeah, I read up that apparently he hired Ennio Morricone to do the music, and then I think what ended up happening is that there was like a delay in between in like the communication. So he got most of the movie right, and Carpenter told him like just do it to the movie, which is actually like pretty common now, I believe.
Yeah.
And but Carpenter, of course, like I'm gonna do the main thing. I got my little fucking synth and my piano, and his 800 cigarettes, right, and. I think it's fucking wild because that's a movie that I grew up watching and I never really thought about the music until I don't know if like in the Blu-ray or whatever they like fixed the fucking sound mix or whatever, but like I feel like I notice it a lot more now in the Blu-ray versus like
They
before.
definitely remastered it,
for sure.
To be more clear.
Yeah, for sure. And I think there's a piece from that used in The Hateful Eight.
Yes, you're right.
yeah,
he has a
right.
lot of unused music that he wrote for that, and it's used in
because
the
they're like, fuck it, one song, whole movie. but yeah, you could tell that Ennio did like the strings and that those arrangements because they're like really like dense and like fucking like composer-y, you know. That's like the most film score part of it. But also in They Live, which is definitely just John Carpenter. I'm pretty sure. I didn't read the credits, but it just kind of sounds like it because it's just like the same shitty blues guitar.
Yeah.
Also works really well, you know. And that movie's just it's more silly, but I guess that's my kind of relationship to The Thing. I saw it like a little bit later in life. I saw it probably when I was like fucking 17 or something. And it just always stuck with me. Always like the visual element of it, the kind of horror element of it, but mostly just how it looks and feels to watch that movie.
You talked about the colors earlier, and it's like, I forget the fucking aspect ratio that Carpenter is famous for using, but he uses one that all of his movies, that's why they kind of look like that. And in that one, there's like scenes where Kurt Russell's outside, and he like pops open a flare, and he's in the snow, so you think just white, and then maybe like yellow or orange from the flare. It's
purple.
But it's
like,
purple, and it's just like this beautiful fucking look. I love the way.
It's incredible.
It's a very simple like visual movie as far as like they're in a base and there's snow, right? It's just like a couple rooms and snow, but it looks great because of the color. You're gonna say something?
Yeah, the aspect ratio for The Thing was 2.35 to 1.
Yeah,
as opposed to the regular 4.3.
Right. Yeah, Carpenter had a whole thing about that, and that's why like a lot of his movies. That's why like They Live looks like that. Escape from New York. A lot of his movies look like that. But seriously, the star of that movie is the fucking practical effects, right? Like that is That's the reason why I was like fascinated with it. Which I found out recently that Stan Winston if you know who he is. Yeah,
Yeah, of
famous
course.
guy
Jurassic
from
Park,
Jurassic Park,
fucking, yeah.
Terminator, bunch of shit. He apparently helped out. He wasn't like, it wasn't his studio, but apparently he helped out. He's like, apparently he plays like one of the, I don't know if it's like the dog head or something that like,
Yes,
he
that's him.
He
Yeah.
mans the puppet, and it's just like, yeah, man, that the practical effects also that movie does not give a fuck. Like, we're gonna kill a dog in the most gory way possible in the first few minutes, and it's just like, just so no one thinks they're safe.
Deal
Yeah,
with it.
that movie fucks you up the first time you watch it because it starts with these guys in a helicopter throwing grenades at a dog.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
like, bro, what the fuck am I watching? Like, what?
Russians.
Yeah, fucking, yeah.
I think my parents fucked up.
They're Norwegian.
Oh, excuse me.
They're
Yeah.
Norwegian.
But yeah, I love also I love how like that the movie begins and then it ends with a lot of questions unanswered, and that's Carpenter's big fan of H.P. Lovecraft, right? And a lot of that comes from that, where there's a lot of gaps and things that are not necessarily explained, unless you watch the prequel from 2011, but I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch that one?
That was not bad. I
no,
don't
It gets
know.
a lot of shit because they CGI'd the fuck out of their practical effects.
They gave up on it because they
Right.
did all the practical shit and they gave up on it.
It's studio bullshit.
Yeah.
Like fucking all the time. It's the early 2000s. It's not bad.
Really?
I mean, I like it.
I've watched it. It's not terrible, but like because they're not patient anymore.
Sure, it doesn't compare. It
No.
doesn't compare because
It doesn't have it doesn't have the feel. Visually, the other thing, you're like, holy shit.
But it follows the Norwegian camp.
Yeah, right.
So it's like kind of interesting, I guess. It's like the only prequel they could make, probably, unless they're trying to go back like hundreds of thousands of years or whatever. How long they say that
this
fucking
shit has been killing aliens.
yeah.
But the movie's great, and I think Keith David's in it. He's fucking
The best, dude.
Absolutely wonderful.
The fucking best.
He's fucking great. Kurt Russell. Whenever anyone asks me, Michael, can you give me an example? Because people ask me this question. Michael, can you give me an example of a positive masculine person? And I'm like, Kurt fucking Russell. Okay.
You should use Wilford Brimley, but whatever. Man. That's
No,
just me.
it's Kurt Russell. The correct answer is Kurt Russell, with a flamethrower. And I don't know. I just think it's a fucking dope movie. The movie opens with Kurt Russell playing on the fucking Chess Master 9000 or whatever the fuck it's called. Right? It's a computer solely made to simulate chess, and then he fucking
It beats him.
He
And he's like,
beats
you
him.
cheating
He's
bitch.
like,
You fucking throws the whiskey, dude.
He
Yeah.
pours whiskey in it, and it's just like, Kurt Russell, you fucked up the only computer on the fucking. No, there's two computers. There's the other computer
Sure.
that explains everything for you.
Yeah, it's just like virus detected will take over the Earth in 20 hours or whatever. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, cool. Thank you, Exposition Tron.
Deus Ex Machina,
Yeah,
like fucking
sure, yeah.
straight up. Yeah, no, the film has great characters in it, and it has this sense of like horror that I've always been a fan of, where like I don't really know what the fuck exactly is happening. I know, like, by the time you get to the end, you kind of have an idea of what's happening, but the thing never takes like a default form. Like, not really. It's always like constantly morphing. You're even kind of still confused as to the details of how it infects others.
Right.
You know that's happening, but you're not 100% sure.
Does it need to just like touch them, or
Right.
does it have to eat them? Like, you have no. It's like weird. It's like rubbery and like, yeah, it's gnarly.
And if it infects you, are you aware that you're infected? Is it mimicking your consciousness, or do you not know until it fucking activates?
Right.
That's actually a really good point.
That's
because
terrifying.
They do leave it very like up for you.
I
like,
think
even
that's
in
for the
ending,
benefit.
It's like up
Yeah.
for you.
That's
to
for the
think.
better.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I like that. I don't necessarily want everything explained.
I think that's a net positive for horror movies in general. Is like keeping the mystique of the thing, which is my fucking beef with the Alien, like everything Alien post Aliens probably. Is just like,
they
they
explain
just-
everything.
Sure, and fucking I can't watch Prometheus. Prometheus makes me ill.
No, I can't. We'll
No, that's a good movie.
We're
but-
definitely going to talk about Prometheus because I have a lot to say about Prometheus.
Yeah.
About the 2011, was it 2011? I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, I think it was like 2000.
something like that. But
But you're right. Like even in Jaws, I think I heard somebody talk about it recently. The shark was in the movie for 4 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it infamously was always fucking up on them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so it didn't show up till an hour and 23 minutes into the movie. Then you saw the shark.
But it was effective because Spielberg used the POV of the shark.
And the music.
Like,
it was the music.
it-
Like you
the
were saying the
music,
thing too.
yeah.
Is the music like kind of like
It was kind of like
made you paranoid too. Like,
Yeah.
what?
back in the day, you would watch like Jaws and like Friday the 13th did this, where if a particular Halloween, where if a particular
Yes.
part of the score was on, you'd be like, oh, it's nearby.
It's like conditioning.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's
Like a video game or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
And
Like
Halloween, as soon as you hear that, you're like, oh, Michael Myers is
It-
at least gonna peek out. And you're gonna see him standing there. You're
it's like
Yeah.
a pro wrestler with his theme song, you know.
break the glass, Mike.
But and then what I like is that there is that kind of a horror in the thing. I love that kind of horror where like I'm just kind of uneasy. I don't really know what's happening. And then so nowadays we have a lot of like jump scares in movies, right? And I know a lot of people like jump scares. I'm not shitting on jump scares. They kind of annoy me because they'll give me anxiety, but I'm not actually scared. It's just,
Sure.
of course, when you blast the volume like that, it'll.
And that's
fucking-
really all it is. It's
Yeah.
like a startle. It's
Yeah.
not necessarily. I think probably the last movie I saw with a like decent jump scare that actually kind of fucked with me was Weapons. Did you see Weapons?
No, I haven't.
I was
fucking
gonna
seen
say
it.
that.
That
God
one is
damn it.
pretty.
I think I
pretty
know
good.
what scene you're talking
Yeah.
about too, because it got me and my girl. And we're
It's
like,
pretty
oh,
good.
nice.
I was like, that was actually creepy. Like that was not just loud noise.
I think like 8 people have told me to watch that movie in this last week alone, and I need to just fucking watch it.
We'll watch it together. Don't worry.
But the jump scare that I absolutely love in the thing is the crew, right, or the team, the fellas are we don't know who's like
the
infected.
non-Norwegians.
Yeah.
the Americans. We don't know who's infected, who isn't, and then McCready has this idea to test everyone's blood, right? So he passes around a petri dish, and he's putting like fire to it, and if it reacts in any way, that's how he knows that you're infected.
Yeah.
And the way that they do that scene is absolutely wonderful because it's this shot where it's like a close up of Kurt Russell, and he's holding the petri dish in the foreground. The foreground, his hand in the petri dish is out of focus, and they use that shot a couple times, so you
Yep.
get conditioned to seeing that shot.
It's like on the 4th or 5th time that
Right.
he does it, and he's like mid dialogue, like yeah.
It's not even yet. There's no pause. He's just
Yeah.
kind of like, all right, Randall, after this, I'm going to. And then fucking it shoots up out of the petri dish, and it would fucking freak me out.
That's a great one.
It took me like 11 times watching that movie to like remember exactly when it happens.
Yeah.
And then, of course, that's probably my favorite like death scene or whatever when Homeboy just fucking.
Yeah.
And he just
I
like.
was gonna say that is
They just
literally
torch
probably the
him.
best scene.
Yeah.
And he's throwing like a dummy around. And you see it in the background. It's out of focus, but there's clearly a dummy like being flopped around.
My favorite scene is right after they like they're trying to resuscitate one of the dudes and
Yeah.
they bite his hands off and the thing like the head like rips off of the fucking body and it's like a disgusting like bubblegum rubbery fucking thing and then it just becomes like this crab thing and there's a shot of McCready like front facing the camera and there's just like a little shitty crab thing like just like kind of casually walks behind him.
It has like Shrek antennas.
Bro, it's so good, and it makes me laugh every time. But it's so good, and they just torch it like everything,
of course.
as you do.
Yeah, a flamethrower, kill it with fire
Right.
is the solution in that movie.
It's the
If I learned anything from church, is you purify it with fire. So
Yeah, of course.
it's the moral of that movie. I think. Just burn it with fire.
I love Kurt Russell's look in that movie. He's got such a fucking dope. You know what's funny?
Fucking hat, dude.
I bought with he's got the hat with the big beard. I bought a sticker of basically that, and I had this old guitar that I was gonna slap that picture on it. This is my doom metal guitar.
Hell yeah.
You know.
everybody knows Kurt Russell loves acid metal.
Probably.
And
Yo, he broke that fucking guitar. You guys know about that shit?
No.
About
right, yeah.
About the Martin that they lent for the. I don't know why.
talking about the Hateful Eight.
Yeah, it's coming back again. I don't even like that movie that much.
Really?
But like the second time it's coming up, is fucking yeah. Martin lent the production like this like basically one of the first Martin guitars
Dude,
ever.
why the
It's like
fuck
from the
would you do that?
1920s because it was like a
it was from a museum.
era
Yeah.
authentic
I'm
like
saying-
prop, and they had like a dummy that looked a lot like it. And the dummy was the one that was meant to be fucking smashed.
Oh my
and he
God,
smashed this like
dude.
priceless
Yeah.
fucking instrument that will never be
Yeah,
recreated.
you can't.
Like,
That's it, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was in the Hateful Eight, and and to the point where now the museum like we're no longer lending
Yeah,
shit to like anybody.
should have
else.
given shit to Quentin Tarantino.
I'll
Like,
say
that was wrong.
it's
with
in the
you.
movie. Like
Yeah.
the scene where he breaks the
Yeah,
guitar
no,
is
I
that
know what
guitar.
you're
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that was like an actual.
It's like
one of the first Martins.
It's like Michael
Yeah.
Bay in the next Transformer like blows up the actual like lunar lander. You know?
We gave you the real Mars rover. What the fuck, dude?
All right, I'm gonna. So I can keep talking, but I
let's
really want
pivot.
to squeeze in
We
this
gotta
next one
pivot
because
again.
this next one is one of my favorite fucking films of all time.
I
And
tried to
just a-
segue you earlier, but you know.
Oh, you did? Yeah, I know, but I'm like, hold on, I gotta talk about
All
the
right,
Petries. I can't rember.
That's
right
a good
now.
one. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
And also Prometheus from 2012.
Oh, okay. All right. 2012.
You were close.
I was
Said
there. I was
2011.
right
You were
there. I vaguely remember 2012. The next film is honestly one of my absolute favorites. Tony picked 1979's Alien, starring Sigourney Weaver and a bunch of other people.
Not just one of the best horror movies, it's just literally one of the probably best sci-fi
It's
encompassing
it's
movie ever
it's
made.
my favorite of the franchise by like an inch because the second one's really fucking good, right? But I fucking love that. So Alien, what brought you to choosing Alien?
My relationship with this movie starts pretty young. I went to Europe with my dad and my grandpa, probably like, I don't fucking know. I must have been like 9. We were in Switzerland, and we were just like walking around this town, and I saw this like scary ass looking building, with the alien on
Yeah.
it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, we went through it. It was kind of traumatizing because I would later find out that this was like H.R. Giger's museum,
That's fucking gnarly.
whose art is
yeah.
incredibly like psychosexual
Yeah.
and like morbid and like
It's pretty aggressive. You're not
It's
like ready
gnarly.
for
It's
it.
a lot of
Yeah,
spooky dicks.
Yeah.
really gnarly, like scary sex, and that was incredibly like formative. I was like, it was like I went to a fucking haunted house or something in like middle Europe. It was like
We're gonna
fucking
teach
freaky.
you the miracle of life,
Yeah.
and scare the shit out
Yeah,
of
you're
you.
just like, this is art, dude. Don't worry. Until you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude. So I was like, that the alien stood out to me because at the time, there was a movie out called Aliens versus Predator,
Oh,
which I
shit.
had seen.
Nice.
And some
How old were you when this happened?
dude? I don't fucking too young to be watching Aliens
Okay,
versus
gotcha,
Predator.
gotcha.
Like honestly, but I guess that movie came out in like 2004. Or
I
some
think I
shit,
was a
2003.
I was a freshman in high school when the AVP came out.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I was like in high school.
Damn AVP, dude. But yeah.
Yeah.
2004.
Fucking
Yeah.
okay, so that it was must have been like maybe a year after that or something. I don't really know. It was pretty recent. I knew what the fuck that was. I'm like, but why does it look kind of different, and why is it a statue, and what the fuck is this?
Why is it kind of hot?
Yeah, why is it kind of hot? I put the pieces together, and I'm like, holy shit! And I convinced my dad to buy me Alien, the fucking movie.
Damn, the
like,
original?
the fucking
Nice.
DVD. And he's like, okay, I'll watch it, but
It's
you
art, Dad. It's
yeah,
art.
I gotta watch it with you because this is fucking gnarly,
Scary, yeah.
you know. And it was fucking super scary, but also on the other side of it, it was also really interesting because I had never seen some shit like that, you know. Like it was like so interesting and fleshed out, and it just felt so tangible.
Yeah.
Like everything was really lived in, and like. I had just like seen like Star Wars or some
Yeah.
shit like a couple years prior.
Well, the
like,
aliens are fun.
what if this is Star Wars? Like it's like, oh, what kind of Star Wars is this? And then it's like, no, dude, no.
No. Luke Skywalker would not do well. in this
Alien-
one.
Assault
Alien-
metaphor of fucking Star
Yeah,
Wars. dude.
Alien is like Star Wars, but it's your uncle touching you. You know
Right,
what I mean? Like, and, my childhood experience with Alien was it was always on TV, and I'm old enough to remember. I don't know if they still do this. I don't remember, or I don't know. But back in the day, they used to have rated R movies that would be played on regular television, so they'd have commercial breaks, and they would censor them, right?
Sure.
They would edit shit. And I watched, I mean, basically the entire Alien franchise. At that time, there was only 3 movies, and or up to 4, right? And I would watch.
Say, damn, you're old, bro.
Dude, I'm old. I'm an old man.
Fucking
up
at
there.
least 4. That one was 90
4,
something.
I saw 4 in theaters. Like, and
Oh,
I was
goddamn.
like in elementary school.
Stop dating.
Oh my god! I should be asking you questions. What the fuck? You saw that? You saw the 4th Alien in the movie theater? That's a fucked up one.
Yeah.
That's a really nasty, like the fucking
Yeah.
Ripley like blob clone
Yeah,
thing.
weird-
When
the
the,
weird-
dude,
yes.
oh my god, the fucking baby that she births.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
funny. We were
Christ.
talking about that shit out
Apparently
there.
That's the gnarliest one. That's not spoken about enough.
Apparently, the clone alien, had genitals, and they had to digitally remove them. Because
Thank God.
Yeah,
people
the
people
director,
lost it, I think.
famous French director, and I'm too old to remember his name. But this is
It's usually like Amelie and shit. I
Yes,
think.
him.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
Amelie guy. He said he has an interview where he's just like the genitals on the alien for Frenchmen it is too much. And I was like, damn,
Jean-Pierre
Jean-
Jeunet.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, when I was a kid, I used to catch Alien on TBS's Superstation, and
They did show it all the time, that's
They would
true.
show it all the time, and I remember I seen it a million times because I would always watch it. And I was obsessed with this fucking Alien, and I remember probably on like the 7th time I would catch that movie on TV. I always thought the movie end when Ripley like escapes and then the
Right.
ship blows up, and I'm
Yeah.
like, movie's over, and I change the
Right.
channel. So I'm like eight views in.
You
Like
missed the fake out, dude.
I'll never forget.
real
Like I'm
fucking
watching, I'm
ending.
like, wait, why is the movie still going?
Right.
And then I just completely missed the last like kind of 10 minutes where it's in the fucking escape pod with her.
Yeah.
Right. And
Arguably the scariest part of the movie. to be
absolutely,
honest.
absolutely
And,
scary.
and
so
which usually
scary.
goes against like because movies, they plateau and then it's supposed to come down. They were like, no, they gave
Yeah,
you one
yeah.
more.
Which
He was
every
like, hold on.
Aliens movie has done since which
then.
is so fucking tired, bro.
Yeah, and it always gets on the
Put
escape
it to
pod.
rest, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking
No.
let's put it in cryo, bro.
I think I was really young when I watched that. So by the time I caught that scene, I was probably approaching 9-10 years old. So I was just kind of like, oh, Sigourney Weaver's getting in her underwear, And I'm like, let me keep watching this. And then I'm like, no, dick alien, Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, and I was obsessed with those movies. I remember, there was a DVD release called The Alien Quadrilogy.
Yeah.
It was
I had that
9
shit.
disc.
I had that shit.
I
Yeah.
cut grass to buy that shit. And I remember I had it, and I would just watch. I mean, I watched all that shit. I watched all the bonus features and
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, man, Alien was absolutely fucking gnarly. Till this day, my favorite, I guess you would call it is a jump scare, was when Dallas gets killed.
Sure.
When the captain's going through like the air vents, and like to me, because you see
He
it.
gives him a little hug. He's like, ah.
Yeah, he's like huggy. Yeah, because you see it for a split second before it like reaches out to him, and like
Yeah.
that to me has always kind of freaked me out. Or I love about the Alien that it's in some shot you'll see it before it kind of makes its presence known.
Right, yeah.
And yeah, that's fucking dope. Also, there's a cat in that movie, so it automatically gives it like an
And he's
extra
the best cat.
Yeah.
Like, fucking Jonesy.
Jonesy.
Jonesy, what a great cat.
Oh,
A great
yeah.
name for the cat, too.
Fucking when Homeboy's getting eaten, the first guy that get killed by the adult alien, Jones is just like watching, like that sucks for you.
Kind
bro.
of hisses at it. He's like,
Yeah.
Don't eat me.
It's like fuck you. You're
the
gonna
cat
die.
will probably swat at that shit like,
Yeah, it's like you're gonna die and respawn in like Twin Peaks, so, like, David Lynch movies and shit. But yeah, no, Alien is. I love the design of the ship interior,
Yep.
the Nostromo. I can like walk through that. If I can walk through that set, that'd be actually no. I would have to walk through that set with the lights on.
Terrifying,
Right.
bro. Oh my god.
But just like the padding on the wall, the fucking CO2 that randomly shoots out on the side, the bridge, the fucking kitchen, that looks like a fucking haunted house. It's like, all right, we're gonna take liberties. This is the future, so we're gonna make this look like a futuristic spaceship, but it's also gonna be absolutely fucking terrifying.
and it's also so 70s. Like that's
Yeah.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
the other magic of that particular Alien is that like really it's like a 70s movie. So it's like a classed up version of like, like they're truckers. Like
Yeah.
that's what they always
Basically.
like people always say it's like, oh, the space truckers. And it feels that way. They're like fucking like arguing. They're like talking about, man, they better fucking pay me. Like, like they're like fucking pissed off. Like,
I've been in cryo for like 9 months. You
yeah, dude.
assholes.
Yeah.
Well,
Like, yeah. So
Also-
there's a texture to it.
Yeah.
Also, like you were the sound that like click, 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 beep, beep. Like there's certain sounds
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, that's like
Dude.
the strong. Like the sound. You hear it, and you'd be like, I know you sampled that from
Yeah.
Alien.
I love the alarm in that. It's like,
It's fucking annoying. It'd be a good
I'm
alarm
gonna
to
do
wake up.
I'm gonna do a reel where it's just Ripley running and it's my voice. That's what I'm gonna do.
Little reverb on that shit.
I love that. That set is fucking awesome. And Sigourney Weaver, I think she got paid. I think I looked it up. I think it was just like fucking $7,000 to do that movie, right? She was a nobody. I think
Become
she
a
was
fucking legend.
a stage actress, and they put her in this movie, and she became a big name overnight. And I love the way that Ellen Ripley's character kind of. It's one of those things where it's like you don't really know she's the protagonist until you get closer
Sure, yeah.
closer to the end. But she comes across as like the crew, like she's like a stick in the mud lieutenant, right?
Yeah.
She's the second in command of the ship, and everyone kind of has like a bone to pick with her, and they don't really like her. And you can tell when shit starts hitting the fan, she like doesn't really know what to do. And then finally, there's that one scene where she erupts and she yells at Parker, I believe, with the headband, and she just like fucking gets pissed. And apparently, that was an actual reaction on set because that's how they make movies in the UK. They just let the actors get mad at each other for real, and she would like erupt, and that's kind of in the turning point in her relationship with the crew where she kind of starts taking the lead on like that movie's fucking absolutely awesome. There's a lot of dialogue that purposely, I was gonna say Daisy Ridley. She didn't direct that movie. Ridley Scott.
She'll take the credit. I'm sure.
Purposely wanted like chunks of dialogue to not really have a lot of context, and he would edit it in a way where it's just like you're not getting the full story of what they're arguing about because it doesn't really matter. They're just like it's
Right.
a lived-in world.
It's like some banal shit. Exactly. It's like very off the cuff, kind of like naturalistic, which kind of really contrasts with like the fucking ancient evil of when they pull up to this planet and it's like some shit that's been there forever and they're like, what is this? Again, I have beef with them trying to explain this shit because it's cooler if you don't fucking know and it doesn't matter and it's like some mysterious shit. Like, talk about something else. I don't know.
I didn't. Yeah, I remember when Prometheus was coming out. I was excited about it, and visually, it's a beautiful movie. It looks great. But I remember the movie ended. I'm like, I didn't need that. Like,
Right.
I didn't want. I didn't need that explained. I like the fact that I didn't know what the fuck was there. I'm like, wait, are those eggs? Did they belong to the? At the time, we called them space jockeys.
Right.
Before they had fucking.
Oh yeah, whatever.
I don't know. I forget what the fuck. Who cares? They're giant albino.
engineers,
Yeah,
bro.
engineers.
Yeah, the engineer.
They
right.
fucking created life on Earth.
Yeah.
I feel what it was is they were trying because there's that one theory that we were engineered from like monkeys and like
Right.
aliens. Like,
Right.
so I think they were like, oh, think about you can be like a xenomorph. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, we don't need all that. Like,
They made it
xenomorphs are
heady. They made it really heady. It's
like,
like
the
a
shits are
fucking
terrifying. We don't want them on our planet.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know.
The original script, because you can actually read the original script for Prometheus before David Lindelof got a hold of it, which he has. Look up his IMDb; it's fucking disappointing. And I'm just going after him right here, right?
caught astray.
But if you read the original script, in the original script, the engineers or whatever create life as a form of expression in art. Which I'm like, that sounds dope. I don't know if that fits in the xenomorph world, but that sounds fucking cool, you know.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. It is what it
Check
is.
out my new record, bro. Fucking people.
I was gonna say I could see like a xenomorph ripping up a bass.
Yeah, it's like, look, my new fucking piece of art has created music and then also fucking occupation. Like, it's like, whoa. All right, before I wrap up, I do want to ask one more thing because I totally forgot earlier. But you once told me where you. Oh, okay. All right, we got a little bit more time.
All right.
What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? No, I'm just kidding.
I guess.
I did want to ask this question. You told me that you went bowling with Matt Pike.
Yes.
I have to, dude. I'm a huge High on Fire and Sleep fan. Those I love both those. I have all their vinyl. I'm a huge fan. So I need to know, what was it like to go bowling with the guitarists of High on Fire and Sleep?
Okay, I'll say this.
What a great way to. All right, hold on.
Zeta had the privilege of being direct support for High on Fire. A band dropped last minute, and we were gonna just open. They're like, this says a lot about those dudes. I feel because like more often than not, this wouldn't be the case. But they were just like, fuck it. I guess you guys are support now. We're gonna pay you more, and you guys play right before us. We're like, fucking okay.
Yeah.
No problem. And we played. The opener ended up being these really cool dudes from Boston called High Command, which is a fucking dope thrash band. I'm gonna put you on to them because I think
yeah.
they'll be right
I
up
love
your alley.
thrash.
That's like a modern, like fucking great, like conceptual thrash band. Like they have comic books and shit. Like so good.
Oh, that's dope.
So we knew the bass player Jeff,
Yeah.
who also plays in Mutoid Man. Yeah, we had met him. He fucking DM'd us. He lives in Portland. And I guess he must have seen something of us floating around online, and he fucking DM'd us, and he's like, "Yo, I see you guys are playing Portland. Like, is it cool if I come through?" Like, like fucking yeah. and we met him, and such a sweet dude. Like Jeff Matz is a fucking standout, like stand-up dude. Really down to earth, just fucking like amazing musical mind. Like,
Seems chill as fuck.
he's incredibly chill.
He seems so
He is
calm.
very calm.
Yeah.
He loved the show. It was really fucking cool. We bonded. He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna see what we could do. Like, it would be fucking sick to tour with you guys. We'd love to take you out." 2 years pass because that's just life.
Right.
High on Fire is putting out a new record. We get that email. We had a tour booked already. And so it was a whole thing because it was another friend's band that we had already agreed to. That was already announced. It was already like public.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, once they
and-
drop the flyer, it does.
Bro,
become kind of,
and so
yeah.
like when we got the offer, we're like,
Is this Cometh the Storm?
"Cometh the Storm."
The
Yeah.
newest album,
Yeah. We're like, dude, we can't not go fucking play with High on Fire direct support. Like, we can't not do this. And so we had to have a tough conversation with that other band. We're all friends. It's all good. This is like the nature of the fucking thing, you know? We had just like gone to jail in Texas for weed.
Oh shit.
So we had hella like legal costs and like we were all paying lawyers and stuff. So we were all kind of like, we need to do the things that make sense because touring is a fucking risk, you know? Like,
Yeah,
it's crazy, and it doesn't have to make sense. Like the Texas thing was stupid, but it just is what it is.
It's the one lame thing about them, bro. They need to chill out about weed.
Oh, fucking for sure. So we needed to do something that made sense for us. High on Fire was going to give us a better guarantee, and like it was going to be kind of an opportunity to play to a different crowd. You know,
Great exposure.
it really was
amazing exposure.
Great
We
exposure.
played like I'll tell you this, dude. The metalheads, they put their money where their mouth is, bro. They fucking support. They fucking pull up. All those shows were packed.
Buy merch,
Bro,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
it was
They're
fucking
about
amazing. They
supporting
were so
bands. I
good.
like
Like they were so good to us because we were so different. You know, like it was
Yeah.
like a pretty straight ahead metal context, and
Yeah.
Zeta is kind of like I've said before that Zeta is like a liquid. It like adapts to the fucking container you put it in, kind of. Because that band has been putting out music for a long time and has had a lot of aesthetics and phases and stuff. And yeah, so we the first day we were taking bets when we got to sound check. We were like, "You think he's gonna have his shirt off for sound check? You think he's gonna have his shirt off for sound check, bro?" And sure the fuck enough,
He's shirtless.
Hell
Shirt
yeah,
off.
bro.
sure enough, he
It
was
affects the
shirtless
sound of the guitar, dude.
for sure.
It's part of his
for sure.
tone. That's how you get the tone.
Actually, later on in that tour, this company Illuminati, which shout out Illuminati, fucking they make these aluminum instruments and necks, and they made one for him, and they
that's
brought
dope.
us in prototypes that we got to use on that tour, which was sick. But they made one for him that was all aluminum, and Murph, their guitar tech, had to like be warming it to his body because it was so cold. He's like, he's gonna fucking play this shit shirtless. Like
Yeah.
I can't give him a cold guitar. He's like,
Dude,
you know, like,
that's a real guitar
yeah.
tech right
Yeah,
there.
that's what's
Holy,
up.
that's
Yeah.
a real
Yo,
fucking guitar tech.
Shout out. But so through the course of that tour, Matt would always be smoking a cigarette before their set outside. Like he
yeah.
would like find a moment of silence and like peace,
Hell yeah.
and he would just be there. And we'd often just be loading out in that same area. And so the first night after he heard us play, he didn't say anything. And we're like, shit, does Matt Pike not like us, dude?
Yeah.
The second night, he comes up to us, he's like, "You guys kind of sound like Mahavishnu Orchestra." And we're like, "Yo,
Oh, shit,
fucking, yo,
nice.
all right, hell yeah. Like, hell yeah, dude." And like, we started talking to him more. We kind of like broke the ice a bit. Because we knew Jeff. We didn't know Cody, the drummer, either.
Right.
Cody fucking plays in Melvin's.
Yeah,
he
no,
does. He plays Big Business as his band, which is like one of the most epic two-piece bands. So we kind of like, we didn't want to like overstep, especially when you don't really know someone on tour. Like you don't really ever know what someone's going through on tour, and like
Right.
Matt's had very like public,
Yeah.
kind of like battles with like booze, especially, and kind of just like relapsing and sobriety, and like we would be smoking like weed and stuff, and always so fucking nice, always so graceful. Like from there on out, like it was like a tradition. We'd be loading out. Matt Pike would be there to give us some words of fucking rock wisdom or
nice.
something, you know.
That's sick, dude.
And so leading up to that shit, the last show on that tour was in Detroit at this place called the Magic Stick, which there's like 3 venue spaces. The room that we played in was an upstairs room, which with a terrible load in, because you got to go up 2 flights of stairs, but amazing staff. And imagine loading up fucking Matt Pike's fucking 1 million cabinets up that shit.
God,
Like I
dude.
felt so bad for that crew. It's like, bro, fucking Matt Pike is coming, dude.
Mike Pike's
Matt Pike is coming, bro. All the fucking cabs up those stairs. God bless them. In that venue is the oldest running bowling alley in America, which
shit.
is it's the first floor. There's a stage on the bowling alley. It's like a riser between lanes that
shit.
like bands play at.
Dude, that sounds like a dream for me.
Crazy.
I love bowling.
At the
so.
bowling alley, dude. You
Yeah.
get fucking Lebowski out there, dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's what it would be a dream for me.
Yeah.
I would wear a fucking.
There's lots of
cardigan,
music videos that are shot there. I couldn't tell you off the cuff, but a bunch of
I
people were
wonder-
like,
Lit,
bro, some
Lit
videos
probably
are-"
fucking did their video there.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bowling alley that's with a
Exactly.
riser. It's the same one. Many bands have done it.
Fuck,
Like,
that's
yeah.
hilarious.
But that's a place in Detroit that you can just go and get a fucking slice of pizza and go bowl at.
That's sick.
So we skipped our sound check because we're like, Matt Pike, do you want to fucking bowl with us? He's like, I'm down to roll. And he brought out these fucking
Down the roll.
he brought these custom fucking Adidas that say Pimpin' Pike on them.
Wait, what the fuck?
He had his own
I
bowling
sent you a
shoes.
picture of this.
Yeah.
It's the fucking custom Adidas, and they're amazing.
That's
And
fucking
it was
awesome.
like he was ready to roll. He says, yeah, me and Cisneros always get into it when we fucking bowl, get the fucking bass player asleep. They apparently have like a long, like bowling feud.
Fuck
like,
yeah, dude.
Oh my god,
and
that's
he
so
fucking
great.
rolled. He was serious about his shit, dude. It was a great game. He's fucking great. He's so good. Like, and-
Fucking Mike Pike's coming out for hitting like splits and shit.
Yeah.
He's fucking wonderful, dude. Every time I go to this guy's house, we're always showing each other music videos, and I'm always like, look at Matt Pike do this riff. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm always fucking showing him this.
That tour taught us all a lot about playing guitar and bass and fucking drums. Like, they just are so, like, there's a certain energy, and I've had the privilege of getting to see this firsthand with certain people that I've met in this shit, where it's like they're like the fucking progenitors of a sound in a way. Like, and obviously when you talk about doom metal, like, it's kind of loaded because doom metal is obviously all like Black Sabbath worship, you know?
Basically, yeah.
But there's something to be said about those certain people that like push it further, and Matt is one of those people. And so getting to see that shit live, you're like, oh fuck, I get it. Like, this is like this is the like one of the like, it's like finding like a fucking like natural body of water that's just like, oh, it's like that's it. Like, there it is. Like, look at it. It's fucking amazing. Like, it's really special. Like, so I definitely think Matt is one of those people. Extremely humble dude. He was talking about this, like, I'm a Gemini. I get a lot of attention, and people don't like that. Like, he serves it so well. He's like very private, you know. Like, people always want to smoke weed with him. I offered him. He didn't want to.
Yeah.
Do that. Yeah. This is kind of a cliche, but he's like sober. He just like smokes his cigarettes and fucking rocks. That's all he does.
That's dope, man. Yeah. I've been a fan of him and I mean both his bands for a long fucking time, dude. I was gonna call it Jerusalem, but that album, Dope Smoker, it
is Jerusalem. I mean,
right.
Yeah.
It was originally called unofficial release. It was called Jerusalem, or it was the first title, I believe.
Just like a forgotten fucking piece of like cult music that just floated around.
It was one track that's 61 minutes long or something like that, and that's the whole album. It's fucking gnarly. But all right, man. I think that wrap. Antonio, thank you so much for telling me that story, dude. I was you had briefly like given me like a taste of that story one time at Gramps. I was like, I need to hear this whole. I need to create a talk show podcast just to have him on to tell me the story. But that's dope. Thank you for joining us, man. Where can we catch you going forward? Like, what do you got lined up?
I'm gonna be in Colombia in a couple of weeks with Zeta. We're doing some. Probably for me, it'll be my first time playing in Latin America with Zeta. They've been doing it a long time, but there's nothing public yet. But there's some stuff in the works for next year. We're always out and about, fucking playing, dude.
Big things coming.
Big things coming, bro.
Hell yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Tony. Thank you so much, Chris. That's been Fade In. Thank you guys for listening. Good night.
Night.